next, who to recruit. We are going to talk to Jenny about who it is that we should be recruiting. Who are ideal recruits in this business?
Okay, so who to recruit? This could be the shortest training ever if I just said everybody. And seriously, that's who you want to talk to. And I know sometimes, like Christy's ideas about going out and giving things to people, that's fantastic. I have gone with Nancy Lagan to McDonald's and talked to people. When I first told her I want to learn how to friend find, she actually drugged me into Boston Market and we walked around and talked to people that were eating. And I was just so nervous and did not know if I could do it or not. Now it's a whole lot easier, but that first couple times, not so simple. So if you're out and about doing that, that's great. But if you're not out and about and a lot of us are still doing the virtual, doing Facebook and the Instagram parties, things like that. Who do you talk to? Guys, you haven't talked to everybody, okay? I know you haven't. I checked right before we came on here, and you're in groups, okay? If you were on Zoom right before we went live on Champion page, you heard Ellen say, I'm in a whole lot of groups because she was trying to find the Champion team page. I checked, I'm in 322 groups, not actively, but I am in 322 groups. There's people in all those groups. That's how I got there, okay? So go back and look and see who's in those groups. Don't try and do all 300 of them at a time, but go look at maybe 4 or 5 a day and see who's in there that maybe you talked to when you were in that group, or who you have something in common with. You've got something in common with everybody because you're in the group, and that's how you got there. I have joined neighborhood groups. I have joined high school groups, sports groups, team groups. There's all kinds of them out there. If you're not in them, search for them and join one. Now, do yourself a favor and don't start out by saying I joined this group because I'm in Tupperware and I'm looking for people to join me in my business. That won't get you very far. But make some relationships, start some conversations in there, do some commenting, do some liking, and get to know some of the people. And somebody's going to say something about being home with their kids or looking for a new job, or they know somebody that's looking for something, or does anybody know anything? I'm frustrated with dinner tonight. Those are your ends to talk to people. That's who you want to talk to. Those are the people that you can either just make a comment. For example, I'm in a Let's Make Friends in Brunswick group, okay? And they're talking about places to go. And one of the girls posted how excited she was that the IX Center was going to be open this year for the Christmas Connection. All I put on there was, I know, I'm excited too. I'm actually going to, my company actually has a vendor booth there. Somebody come find me and tell me that you're in this group. That's all I said, okay? They don't know me. And one of the girls said, really? What vendor booth will you be with? Then I got to say, I'm going to be with Tupperware with Champion. Please come find us. There's a lot of fun stuff. I didn't want to throw that out there because I didn't know if it was appropriate for this group. And the girl that's the admin of the group was like, oh no, that's great. You can put that on here. That's fine. I want to come find you. I'll be at the Christmas Connection. Now that whole group now knows that I'm in Tupperware. And I'm pretty excited about that because they're all local people. And all I had to do was just mention it. So, okay, and there's some other people that you can talk to, right? So, who do you know? 5 people, we call this the chicken list, right? 5 people that you are dead sure will not do this business. Talk to them. You might be really surprised, okay? 5 people that have ordered off of you in the past. Talk to them about the discount they can get if they're going to continue to order. And don't worry about losing one of your best customers if they, decide to sign up with you. That's a good thing. They like the product. They're going to talk to their friends. And while they're buying off of you, if they're actually in the business to make money, they're going to talk to their friends about buying off of them, which is in turn going to make money for you, honestly. So Ellen was just telling you about the perks, and I'm gonna go into this just a little bit. This isn't where you want to start when you're talking to someone, but we all like discounts. I am that person that goes to the back of the store to see what's on those racks in the back before I start in the front. I want to know what's on sale. If the shirt I was looking at 2 weeks ago has moved to the 40% off rack in the back, that's where I want to get it from, okay? So here's what I'm going to tell you. And you might want to write this down. It's a lot of numbers, but they make a lot of sense. So the kit, which is everything right here. And it also says in the thing that it comes with a kit bag. I think those are still on back order, but people that have gotten the kit will get a kit bag to go with this, so that when you are going to do parties and you're looking for some place to keep all your stuff for your kit together, you'll get that kit bag. So you get this for $119, everything right here, okay? It's $370 worth of Tupperware. You're already ahead of the game. If you tell people, you get $370 worth of Tupperware for $119. That's a great deal. And then you say, but you know what? When you put in your first $40 order by the end of the month, you're going to get our cold brew, which is worth $39 for another $10. Now, we're still doing good, okay? So they've saved $29 on this. They've saved $250 on this. And then you're going to say, and because you're going to start, if you're going to put in that $40 order, we might as well have a starter party for you, a launch party, a first friend get together, whatever you want to call it, get them started on that first party. Because when they put in a $500 order by the end of the month, they're going to get all of this, the set that Ellen showed you in the picture just a little bit ago. This is $216, okay, for $35. Now, what that amounts to is, for all of this right here that I'm standing behind, they have just paid $164. They now have $625 worth of Tupperware. That's a giant savings, you guys. That is huge. Plus, okay, when they have that $500 party, when they have their first $500 party, they're going to make $125. So they're going to spend $164, but they're going to make $125. So now they have $625 worth of Tupperware for $39. That is a deal you're not going to get anywhere else. I don't care who you are, unless some place is just giving things away. It's not going to get any better than that. And as an added bonus, okay, when they have that $500 party, they get the host credits and they get the half price items. So Tupperware is going to be paying them by the time it's all over to join the company. So if you're talking to someone in depth, don't start there because that's just all confusing. But if you're talking to someone in depth about making a business out of Tupperware, or even just getting started to, pay for the dance lessons, pay for the private coaching, this is a great deal. They're making money just by getting started, okay? So the one thing you want to do whenever you're talking to people, I don't care who it is, I don't care what you think that they might say, don't overthink what you're going to tell them. Don't give them too much information. That's not good. They just want to know a little bit to start with. And if they're interested, they're going to ask you questions. And that's when you go into detail. And by all means, don't have the conversation in your head with these people before you talk to them. Don't answer for them, okay? Go ahead and talk to them. We've all done it, where you were going to have that conversation and you kind of think through how you think it's going to go. And by the time you get ready to say whatever you're going to say, you've decided not to say it because you don't think it's going to go well. Don't do that here. Don't overthink it. Don't answer for them. Give them the chance to make their own decisions, and tell them that, you just want to share. You just want to share what you're doing, what a great deal it is, and how it might help them in their lives, in their kitchen, with their finances, or just with the confidence in their life to be able to do things faster and easier, more simply, and just to help their family out. And I mean, like I said, there is no better deal than getting $625 worth of Tupperware that Tupperware is going to pay you to get by the time it's all over.